Hey, good morning, YouTube, and happy Tuesday. Okay, so I couldn't do like a long form video because I am traveling this morning, but I wanted to get a really quick video out to you guys regarding the Jimmy Kimmel return. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel is returning to his TV show today. And when I first heard the news, my first reaction was I thought the Republicans and the right-leaning people said that this was a business decision, that this was all about ratings. It had absolutely nothing to do with politics. It had nothing to do with cancel culture, but he's back on air today. So that was clear that it was politically influenced, because if it was ratings, the corporation would have stuck to their decision, and they didn't. This is the reason that cancel culture is extremely dangerous. I never supported cancel culture, even when it was happening on the left. I definitely do not support it when it is happening on the right. We need to be intellectually honest about this whole Jimmy Kimmel thing. What happened was Disney was being pressured by the FCC chairman, because he has to basically approve a merger for $6.2 billion that they wanted. So ABC and Disney is the parent company of ABC. They wanted, of course, that approval for their merger. So they were trying to, well, they fired him, and apparently they're bringing him back because of the public pressure, because people were boycotting, and they were deleting their Disney app and their Hulu app, and people were saying that they weren't going to go to Disney World. And I'm not against capitalism, but this is capitalism. This is what happens when there needs to be influence. Like, because the FCC has to approve these mergers, and corporations only care about business, they only care about profit, they only care about money, they do not care about people at all. And so they were not concerned with the public backlash until people started boycotting and deciding that they weren't going to spend money with Disney. They weren't going to spend money with ABC. And then Disney took a turn, right? So Disney decided, okay, we need to bring him back on, because it's imperative. It's imperative that we all support, defend, and advocate for the First Amendment. People have a right to say things you do not like. People have a right to say things you do not like. I think I have to say that every day in this country, because the minute somebody don't like what you say, they want to eliminate and cancel you. And that's not how it works, because just like you don't like it, apparently I said it, so I do. So how is it what you like is more important than what I like? That's why it's imperative to be intellectually honest and just allow people to express themselves and have their First Amendment rights without there being any repercussions or backlash or anything like that. Now, I am not saying people should just be able to say absolutely anything. But first of all, Jimmy Kimmel had nothing to apologize for. He wasn't berating or disrespecting or speaking negatively of Charlie Kirk. He was talking about the fact that Donald Trump started talking about some construction site when the question was about Charlie Kirk, which was an indication that it didn't seem like he was that broken up about Charlie Kirk, because when I ask you how you're doing about your friend, unfortunately, being unalived, you start talking about a construction site. So I never understood what everybody was so mad with Jimmy Kimmel for. I'm like, what did he do? That joke was about Donald Trump, not Charlie Kirk. But they wanted Jimmy Kimmel off the air because they didn't like the things that he was saying, or because he was being critical to Donald Trump. And it backfired. And Jimmy Kimmel will be returning to his show tonight. I'm traveling, and I'm going to be moving around a lot today, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch it. I'm pretty sure there are going to be clips and all of the things, but I'm just like, this is a clear example of this was not a business decision, because if it was, they would have stuck to their decision. This was politically motivated. It's very obvious. It's like it was politically motivated, and I'm glad that he'll be back on his show. I know some people are saying because of what Disney and ABC did that they're not going to watch his show. I may catch it. I'm not gonna, boycott his show because I feel like Disney and ABC made a bad decision. But I don't know. I have to see how everything's gonna go over the next couple of days. I'm glad he's back on his show. Jimmy Fallon, I mean, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel seemed like, I always get them mixed up when I'm saying their name, not how they look. But Jimmy Kimmel seemed like a great guy. I'm glad that he has his show back. I hope they had to give him a whole lot of money to come back. This probably worked out. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like literally just thinking through this right now. If I was Jimmy Kimmel, after they did all what they did, they would have to pay me so much money to come back, because they're trying to save face. So if you're trying to save face, I'm going to benefit from you trying to save face. So they would have to pay me so much money to come back. Because it's like, you played in my face, you were trying to trample all over my rights, you were trying to take my First Amendment rights from me. Like, you put me and my family through this, you're going to pay me for my pain. You're going to pay me. More than likely, he got some money. Because I would have been in those offices like, okay, now I have a negotiation tactic. You want me back so you can save face because you guys were trying to stump all over my First Amendment rights. And now you want me back so you can save face? Pay me. Pay me well. Pay me. So I'm glad he's back. He got his show back. Apparently that's what he wanted. So I'm grateful he got his show back. I hope this was a big lesson for Disney and ABC. I hope this was a big lesson for all corporations, that we as the American people, we do have power. We do have, it don't seem like it right now because of how our government is navigating and operating, but we do have power. This is what this showed me. This morning when I woke up, I was just like, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, because when people decide to come together and say, we're not standing for this. Nope, not this. We're not standing for this. You do not have a right to stump all over somebody's First Amendment rights because you don't like their speech. You do not have a right to do that in this country. I'm glad that people decided to band together and cancel their subscriptions and all of the things, and this worked out in Jimmy Kimmel favor. So that is my commentary. I just kind of wanted to do something really short for you guys because I'm getting ready to leave out the door for my flight. I hope you guys have a phenomenal Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.